Welcome back to the Ancient Ruins. On today's episode of I Have Never Played, we're looking at Star Trek Captain's Chair, a game that I am very, very excited for. It's a game that's not only going to test my Star Trek knowledge, but also my ability to read the rules. This is a very complex game, rating 3.99 out of 5 on BGG's complexity rating. So quite spicy, but if you have played a game called Imperium, which I haven't, this could be very familiar to you. The aim of this game, the game that we are playing right now, is points. So we are playing the Solo Cadet Practice Mode. It is the first one that is recommended for you to play. So we are just aiming to get points. We want one of 3 levels of points. We want 70 to show that we understand the game. We want 100. That shows we're good at the game. And then we want 120, which shows that we're the best at games. We're aiming for 70. We're aiming for 70. This game is so beautiful, and I want all of it. I already want them to do more expansions, but I'll touch upon that, why I want that at some point in my rambles as we go through the game. Give me the lower decks. Give me the lower decks. You can't just tease me with a little bit of the lower decks, which I know are in here. Just give me the lower decks. But yes, we are playing with Picard today, who is the lowest complexity one. We're playing the Solo Cadet Practice Mode, and we're just going to try and get to our 70 points. A couple of things that we do want to make sure that we do is we do want to complete the mission. So our mission on Picard, on the basic side, because we are basic bitches, we need to have 3 allies on the same ship and at least 2 of our tracks at level 4. Now that is here. Now we've got science, we've got diplomacy, and we've got attack, if I remember correctly. Now I do have the rules book just here, so occasionally I might just go, this is fine. Oh yes, let's double check. It's a bit of a chunky rule book. I try my best, but I am going to rely on this quite heavily. Oh, it's Cisco. Cisco's in the game. I do now. Deep Space Nine is one of my favorite Star Trek series. It really is. It genuinely is. I don't like ranking them because they change. Yes, like sometimes I really want to watch Deep Space Nine. You know, the series where they don't really go anywhere and they just sit in a space station and things happen. Yeah, that one, I really, really like it, and I'm really excited to play that later, but it's going to be so good. The Next Generation, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I'm already talking about what I want extra in this game, and we haven't even finished all of the game. Give me the lower decks. Give me them. I don't know how you're going to make it work. I want Boilner. Okay? Thank you. Right, so we have 5 glory tokens, and we are going to pop them on the Solo Cadet Practice card at the end of every one of our turns. That's when we're out of actions. We'll get to that in a second. We will go through this set of, you'll have to forgive me, I'm a little bit under the weather today. I could do with a sick bay. This set of actions to be completed. So once we've gone through our first turn, we will resupply. If we've got anything to resupply, we'll go through control. Again, we will cover these in a bit more detail as and when we go through them. But we control, we do our actions, which is what we're going to do now. We do the cleanup section. We'd resolve the Stardate card, place glory, and discard and draw. So we will go over each of them to begin with, but we're going to start with drawing our hand. So, another thing that I will point out as well, just in case anyone's squinting at the screen going, why is it only half sleeved? I thought I had more sleeves. I genuinely did. So I've managed to sleeve some of the cards, but not all of the cards. So they will be getting sleeved for the next episode or the next video. But for now, we've only got some sleeved and some not, so it might look a bit weird. It's fine. It's a first play on the solo cadet practice. It's not going to give me too many advantages, and it's a solo game. So the only person that I'm going to be messing it up for is us. We're in this together, okay? If you haven't already liked, commented, and subscribed, this is the time. This is the prime directive. Like, comment, and subscribe. Ooh, shilling. Right, so we shuffle the cards. I think we've just done this. And then we draw 5, and then we're just going to begin. This is a deck building game with a few differences, but we're going to get to them. Because why are these cards turned that way? What are these cards for? He hasn't mentioned anything about anything. He's really bad at this. I don't like him. I'm going to like and subscribe and comment and say, I like you really. Right, so let's go over a couple of the decks before we begin. So we do have, now these should be in various other locations, but just to make it pretty for yourselves and hopefully so you can see what's going on a little bit better. We're still a small, young YouTube channel, so we don't get all the fancy zooms, but I am working on it. I'm working on the fancy zooms. Stay tuned. We've kind of crammed everything in, so things are in the wrong place, but they work for me because I know what's going on. Shh, I don't know what's going on. So we've got the incident deck at the top. They're bad. If we run out of them, the game's over. We don't want that to happen. We've got the encounter deck. They're really good. If we can get them, we're going to be doing well. We've got the people deck. We've got the cargo deck, the ship deck, and the ally deck. These are decks that potentially we can draw from as we go through the game. Again, I will touch upon all the rules of what we're doing as and when we're doing it to the best of my ability. If I do get too excited because it's Star Trek, look at it. Isolinear chips as your action tokens. Oh, I haven't even shown you, oh my goodness, the Latinum, the Dilithium. Oh my goodness, I love this game too much. The nerd inside of me is just screaming. And I want the original series deck. Give me the lower decks, okay? Okay, the one that I'm really intrigued about because it might be up there with my favourites, super up there. And yes, we're already talking about the expansion content I want for a game that we haven't played, Strange New Worlds. Okay, Strange New Worlds is genius. It is very much akin to what the original series was when I used to watch that with the father. It is silly, it is daft, it is over the top, and his hair is amazing. Please do comment down below. I don't want your full list. I don't want it all. Let's just do the top 3 captains. Top 3 captains, okay? Not series. I want your top 3 captains, okay? So they might not have their own series. It might be you really, really like a captain from somewhere else. It might be that you really, really like Captain Riker more than Captain Picard. And it doesn't even have to be in the same time frame. Whatever your top 3 captains are, pop them down below. Right, so we're kind of up to where we want to do. We need 70 points minimum. We want to get all of these tracks as high as possible. We've got lots of planets. Again, we're going to get to these things as and when we use them because there is a lot going on in the game. And this is not a rules teach. This is a ramble by a madman with a giant beard. Okay, we've drawn our hand of 5 cards. I told you I would spoil it. We've drawn our hand of 5 cards, and let's see what we've got. We've got the Recruit Directive. So we can play an isolinear chip, so we can play an action to put a card on the top of your deck to gain a person. Now, there are different words for different actions. And they have different meanings. Now, gain, if my brain is working the way I want it to, we get to choose either the person that is visible, or we get to blind take the top of the deck. Okay, so we get to choose that, and then let me just double check. Look at the selected card and place it on top of your draw deck, which is here. This is our draw deck. So this is where our next hand will be coming from, or our discard pile is going to be there once we've discarded anything. So we can use one of our chips to gain a person. That could be good. We can also instead take an incident to gain an ally. Now we do need 3 allies on the same ship. So having an ally is a good idea, but we do need to take an incident, and they're bad. If we run out of incidents, we lose the game. We've got 11 turns to try and get 3 allies on a ship. Don't worry about how. We'll get to that. So that's okay. We've got that one. I don't know how well this is going to come across, but the hand itself is fine. We've got 4-point station, which is a location. Locations are fantastic. We want to get as many locations out as possible because they give us nice things. Take control of this location for an action. These are our actions. Remember, when we use an action, we're going to turn it over to show it's been done. I do want to find a card that has something else on to show you. Yes. Once it is in play, so it will go in play up here. Once it is in play, if you have an away team on the location, so if we've managed to get a away team here, we get to draw an extra card. If you have 3+ here, on one or more controlled, so we could control multiple locations, which we will by the end, we draw another card. So we can draw up to 2 cards. That's really good, so we're probably going to play that very, very quickly. We've got Riker, the chairman himself. For an action, you can draw 2 cards from your discard pile. You may spend 1 dilithium to send a away team to a location. If you targeted a controlled location, trigger that card's control operation. So we could play 4-point station straight away, and then we would get a glory token, which is points. That's good. And then we could use Riker's ability to get another one. But it does cost us a dilithium. Now, we do start with 1 of each. I believe I did forget to put that in, but that's okay. I'm poorly and you all love me. So we could do that. Now, we also have the ability to promote someone to a duty officer. If they're a duty officer, we unlock the bottom part of the card. While they're just in our hand, we only get the play section. If they're a duty officer, they would go here, and then we'd be able to, on the resupply step, we'd discard the top card of your deck to gain a lithium. And if we could activate it to free play a ship with Starfleet. Now that is super powerful, and we'll figure out why later. We've got Worf as well. We've got play to take an incident and discard it. Okay, so that means basically we take an incident card, which are bad. We run out of them. We die. We don't, well, we just lose the game. Probably don't die. Discard the top of your deck to send 2 people to a neutral location. So a neutral location is slightly different than a controlled location. These are neutral locations. We can take these. We can take these. Now, to take them, we need to have 3 tokens on there. So they can be away teams, which we've got 5 in total to spend, but we do get them back. Or ships. At the moment, we've only got 1 ship. Okay? We have to have, now this is slightly different because in the solo cadet practice, it just states that your enemy, which is a bot, which doesn't really exist, has 1 of everything. So there is 1 token on there, on all of those for the enemy. So we just need to have 3 tokens, and then in the control step, we may take control of 1 of those. They may have good things that we want later, but we'll get to that when we get to it because it doesn't impact us just yet. But it could be good to do that. And then we've got set a course. Now, here we go. You'll notice that on here, we've got a play with an isolinear chip next to it and a play without it. So the reason for that is to play the top one, discard up to 3 person to send the same number of away teams to the same location. That would cost us an isolinear chip. But to the bottom one, play, draw a card, then discard a card, warp up to 2 of your ships is free. That doesn't cost a chip. It doesn't. You can do that, as many of those as you want. So that's our hand. At the moment, I'm not fully sure what I want. However, we do have other things to do. So on the USS Enterprise D, okay, this is the starting ship for Picard. We have multiple different activations of what we can do. So we can activate this to spend 1 dilithium to warp this ship, so that could be good if we wanted to go over to one of the neutral planets or neutral locations. We could activate it to discard a card to beam a card there. Beamed cards we'll get to later, but they do have their uses, especially because we need to have 3 allies on the same ship and have these at 4. So these are things that we're working towards. We want to get allies on here, so we do need to get allies, and we need to get these up, so we need to figure a way to do that as well. Don't worry, it's going to happen. And we finally got activation, promote a person from your hand to the duty officer. Now that is from your hand. Not from the play area. So if we choose to play Riker, we cannot then promote him to duty officer. If we want him as a duty officer, I think we do. Definitely more than we want Worf. In this kind of I want point, the attack part of it kind of scares me a little bit. So, do we want to activate to instantly get the duty officer, or do we want to use an action and then we can't promote him to draw 2 cards from your discard pile, spend 1, send it? I think we just want to activate, so we're going to be using these chips as activations rather than tapping them, just to show it's been done so we don't mix it up and do it again. So we're going to be activating the USS Enterprise to promote a person to duty officer. That means we can no longer use the play part of the card, but we can now use the activation part of the card. So we can either free play a ship with Starfleet or draw a ship from your discard pile. Neither of them are useful yet. Okay? Right, we definitely want to instantly take control of 4 Point Station, so we're going to flip over one of our isolinear chips, and we're going to put 4 Point Station out, and we gain 1 glory. Amazing. We're the best at games. We've barely started. We've already got 2 points. We only need 68 more. Oh, we've won. And then we do have the 3 cards left. We've still got 2 actions. So we can put a card on the top of your deck to gain a person. Sure, but we're more interested in allies. We can discard up to 3 persons, so we only have 1 person, but it would send a away team to one of these locations. Now let's have a quick look at the locations. We've got Delta Vega. Controlling it is no effect, so we don't get anything for taking control, but on resupply, reveal your hand for each person in your hand, gain a dilithium crystal. It's all right. I think that's about it. It's all right. For Desaria, on control, so when we gain it, we gain 3 dilithium. They're not brilliant ones. These are the starting location. So these are the basic ones. There are better cards in there, and when they give me the lower decks as an expansion, they can. Let's say they can do the original series, Lower Decks and Strange New World, all in one. I'll be happy with that. We need Voyager as well. Give me them all. And then finally, we've got the Ancient Relay Station. You may put a card on top of your deck and spend an action to enlist a development. Development cards are very, very good. That's this pile here, and we'll get to that later. So maybe we want that just to get an early development card. Okay, right. So we've still got 2 actions. We've got these 3 cards. Play, discard a person. Yeah. Right, we're going to discard a person because, bye. Go away, quite frankly. Oh, Worf. Right, so we're going to discard a person to send the same number of away teams. We've only got the 1 person we can discard, but we do want the Ancient Relay Station. So we're going to say, hey, we want this. We're going to try and get a ship there as well. And then we can get that if we can get 1 more away team there or ship. We need 3 tokens. So we've got 1 there at the moment. Discard person, done. That is done. So we've used this one. Then the only one that we've got left, so we might as well do something with it. We can play a card on the top of your deck. We don't have any cards, so if we can't do it, that's fine. And gain a person. which would either be Reaver, play a card you may log an attack from your hand or discard pile to gain a glory. That's all right. It's not what we want. Or we could go blind. Ooh. However, we do need allies. But, if we do an ally, this is where it gets tricky. If we do an ally, we take an incident, which is bad. We get the ally as a reaction. After gaining an ally, discard a card to gain 1 glory. We don't have any cards to discard, so we can't get the glory. And you may beam the gained card to a ship. So we could get the ally, beam it straight to the USS Enterprise D, which we do need it to happen at some point, but we also need to send the ship away. And I think if we send a ship, beamed cards get returned to your hand. So I believe that is correct. Let me just double check that. Beaming, some cards usually... Yes. So, they get put back in your hand if the ship gets dismissed. The ship gets dismissed once we control a station. So getting an ally there now is okay, but they're going to end up back in my hand not too much time. However, I think it's still a good play. We're still early in the game, so I don't think incidents matter too much just yet. So we will turn over our final action. We will take an incident. That goes in our discard pile, I believe. Again, we are going to get used to this over time. Take. Take an incident and take blah, blah, blah. Directly into your hand. So this goes directly into our hand. So we do have this straight away. Spend 1 Latinum to return this card. That's really good, but it does cost us an action, but we can get rid of this quite easily. It just costs us a Latinum. If we don't get rid of it by the end, it's -2 points. We definitely want to get rid of it, but we do gain an ally. I don't really want you, so we're going to get you. We've got Karema. If we play, and that doesn't cost an action, we gain a Latinum. If we play and we've got 3 attack, we can spend 2 Latinum. Ooh, she's good. She's good to gain an extra action just for that 1 turn. Okay, so we can buy additional actions, but we need to get our attack up. Now, we've gained an ally. Normally, when you when you take it, it goes either there or there. However, as a reaction, we discard a card. So we're going to discard nothing. We've got nothing to discard. So we don't get the glory, but we can beam the card here and it's out of our deck. So it's not going to be filling up our hand just yet. And it's just, we don't want it to fill up our hand. So we'll discard those cards. That is the end of the first hand. So 2, 3, 4. Now we've got 4 cards here. Okay, so that means we do need to get new cards. So we need to shuffle this. I need, again, apologies. I need to double check the exact thing that we need to do. I think we do our actions and then we go through all of this. We go through all of this every time. It's not when we just run out of the deck. So that's okay. But let us just double check. Again, we're going to be heavily relying on the rule book just on this first part, but we'll get back into it. So what we do is action step, play all of them. After the actions, we'd go on to the cleanup step. Yes. So I was kind of right and kind of wrong at the same time, but it's fine. It's fine. Comment down below your 3 favourite ships. They don't even have to be Starfleet. So we've done our actions. We're on to clean up. So we've resolved the star date. So we take a glory and we put it on any of the cards. And if we take the card, we get the glory. So that is good. Which one do we want? We also get to dismiss one of these cards. I don't want an attack. I will put on the Packlid Freighters because they are the most intelligent with the biggest hats. And we will get rid of you. And we'll put the new card out. We've got Phlox. We can use him to get rid of incidents. And if we have our science up to 6 or more, we can use him to get rid of any amount of incidents that we have. Now, place card, discard and draw. We have no cards left, so we need to draw up to 5. Now, we've only got 4, so what that means is we would shuffle the old deck. As I say, we were there. We just kind of needed to double-check the flow of the game. So we will shuffle. It will shuffle. There we go. But because we've depleted our deck, we take one of our reserves. So a reserve card comes from the reserve pile. I told you we'd get to it later. We pop that back on our deck and we take the top card. So instantly we get that reserve card into our new hand and we've got data. So we can use an action to gain 1 on the track. Brilliant, because we need to start getting this up. And we've also got diplomacy. So we've got play to spend 1 dilithium to draw 2 cards and discard 1 of them and gain the diplomacy track. We have utilize, so we can use an action to gain 1 or 2 for every controlled location we have in play. So we could use that to gain 3 dilithium because we have the 4-point station in play, or we can use an action to gain on 1 speciality track for each matching skill icon you have in play, excluding beam cards. So at the moment we only have this precise moment, we only have science in place, so we'd only gain 1, which is okay. We've got analyze, use an action to take an incident and gain a ship. That's quite good. Or use an action to discard 2 cards to gain a cargo. Or we can just play it to gain 2 dilithium. Strange New Worlds. We can use an action to play it to select a controlled location. If there is 1 or more away teams, and 1 or more ships there, look at the top 2 encounters, take 1 of them and return the other to the bottom of the deck. Log the selected location to gain... Ooh! So we do want encounters because they're super powerful. And then we've got data we've already done. Right, so that is going to be our hand for our next turn. But we do need to continue going through this. So what we're going to do is we're going to rack up our actions. And we're going to go through the next step. So we resupply. We do have 1 resupply action. If you had more than 1, you must do them all, but you can do them in any order that you want. So Riker's resupply is discard the top card of your deck. So that is now discarded. And we gain Latinum. Yay! Probably crime. We will take away that action token because we know this one's back to normal. And then we control. We don't have any control over here. In fact, I wanted to do a thing. What was I going to do? Ah, darn. We wanted to warp our ship over to the ancient relay station. We can do that this turn. We wouldn't have gained control anyway because we didn't have enough people out there, so it doesn't really matter too much. But I must keep on top of what I'm trying to do, which is points. So we've done the control. We don't get any. And then we're on to our actions again. So our 5 cards now. Strange New Worlds would be amazing. We do want encounters. However, we don't have any of that yet, so we can't really use Strange New Worlds. Now, we could take another incident to gain a ship, or we could gain a cargo. The Packlid Freighter, it's only got 1 glory on, and I'll be honest, it's okay. Okay? It's okay. I don't think I really want it now that I'm thinking about it. But we might just go for a blind ship and we might just lose that glory. This is going to get us 3 dilithium, or 1 on the track. So let's see if we can get more out there that might help us further. Diplomacy, gain an ally and log this card. Logging, it goes into the captain's log, so it goes behind the captain and we never get to use it again. Or we can just draw 2 cards, discard 1 of them and gain the diplomacy. We might go down that route to begin with just to try and get these going, and then we can just play you to gain another one of those. But it was the attack that we were after. Right, so first things 7th, what do we want to do? We want to use a Riker's activation to free play a ship with Starfleet on. So we are going to free play you, and we're going to move you onto the ancient relay station. So that's now got 2 tokens on, even though one's a ship and one's an away team. That's fantastic. We could have, to be honest, just used dilithium to get there, but it's fine. It's fine. Now, we can activate this if you have any away teams there. We don't have away teams. We want to be trying our best to get away teams as soon as possible. So, do we want a ship? We can't. Strange New World, get away from me. We can't use Strange New Worlds. So that one's probably going to happen. We don't. Oh, we can just do that to spend a dilithium to draw 2 cards and discard 1 of them. I think that's going to be the play. We're going to go with diplomacy. We're going to use diplomacy to spend a dilithium to draw 2 cards, just so we might have more options. So that doesn't cost us an action. We do need to spend our dilithium. We are going to put our cards there, and we're going to draw 2 more. Now, this one isn't sleeved, so I do know it is the one that we've recently got. It's the trade embargo. It's not brilliant. It's not brilliant. And then we've got, set a course. So we are going to set a course. We discard this one, so that goes in our discard pile. But we do want the set of course. So where is the one we've just played? I'm not doing well at keeping all of this in track. Very limited play area. Set a course. Now, we want to discard up to 3 people to send the same number. We've only got data. Data could have been useful, but for the sake of I want control, we're going to send you up there. So discard up to 3 persons to send the same number of away teams to the same location. Done. So that's done and dusted. So we've used you, we've used you. We're not going to use you. We've still got 2 actions. Now, do we want another ship? Do we want another ship? We could just play it to gain dilithium. Right, we're going to utilize, and that's going to be an action. So we're going to utilize, and we're going to gain 1 dilithium and 2 for each controlled location you have in play. So that's 1. We've got that one, so that's 3 in total. So we've got some dilithium, and then we can take another incident to gain a ship. Is that silly? Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it, and we're going in blind. We are getting the Kazum Raider. It's an attack ship. We're not 100% happy about attack ships because we're Picard. We don't like attack. This far, no further. That's a quote. So, you may discard a card to... Deploy the ship, force your opponent to discard a card. You may discard a card. I mean, it's fine. It is what it is. Right, so again, we are now done. So these are all the ones that can go there or there. It's going there because it's fine. Now, we are not doing brilliantly at points. I'm just going to say that. We're not doing brilliantly at points. So we're going to resolve Stardate. Maybe we should have just gone for the Packlid Freighter. Maybe we were too eager. Right, so we've resolved the Stardate. That's the end of the second goal. We've only got 9 turns left. We've got 2 points. This is going well. It's not going well. We are now going to discard and draw. So as much as I want to use the Strange New Worlds directive, we can't yet. Ooh, but we might be able to in the next turn. It's a risk. It is definitely a risk, okay? So we're going to keep the Strange New Worlds because we can discard down as many cards as we want as long as our hand size is 5 at the end. So, discard and draw. So we've only got 1. So we need to shuffle the discard pile again. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We'll shuffle. Oh, goodness. And then we take a reserve card because we've depleted the deck. We pop it on top. That becomes one of our cards. That's 2. So we've got 3 in total. 4 and 5. Our new cards, we have Worf again. Hello, Worf. I'm not really sure I want you. We might send you off to do something else. But that does also allow us to send things away. So that's not bad. First contact, again, play scan 2 of ally and log this card. So we could get 2 allies, I believe. So that could be really, really good. Let's check what scan is. So scan, I believe I should have a little card over here actually with all the little terms. Gain and scan. New card from the market to the top of your draw pile or to the discard pile. So scan means we would, top of the market, we would take allies. So scan for allies allows you to look at the top cards of the indicated deck and gain either one of them. So scan 2 of the allies, we would get 1 ally, but we get to choose from 2 of them. That's good because we do need allies, and they would instantly teleport to the Enterprise D. We need 3 allies there, and one of these at 4. Ooh, were we meant to move this at 1? I feel as though we should have done, but we didn't. Ooh, I'm going to do it. I believe we did. If this is wrong, comment down below with the timestamp just saying, shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. Right, anyway, we are still just looking at the cards. Discard up to 3 persons to send the same number of away teams to the same location. And then we've got diplomacy again, but it would lose the card if we log it. Might be worth. Anyway, resupply. So we can get rid of that action. We know that all of these are active. We need to discard the top card and we gain a Latinum. Thank you, Riker, you fool. And then we are on to the control. So we only get to control 1 planet at a time. We may take a planet, which means we do, because we have 3 tokens in total on this location. It needs to be 2 more than your opponent. Our opponent has a maximum of 1, so we do get this. So that's fantastic. You go here for the time being. I'll tell you why in a second. And we control this location. You may put a card on the top of your deck and spend an action to enlist a development. You know what? Which one do we not want? Okay, so that is already an action. So I'm only going to refresh 2 of my actions. We've already spent an action for our next turn. We'll get rid of the reserves. Now, with the development cards, we get to just go through and choose the one that we want. So which one do we want? Deploy this ship for an action. You may enlist another development, so that could just keep getting us more and more developments. Joy to Forge, play. You may find a ship. You may refresh a ship. Sorry. Dare Troy, play. Draw a card, then either keep or discard it to gain 1 or log it. Yeah. Starbase 74, take control of this station. So as soon as we play it, we take control of the station, which is a ship. No, it's a location, so it go out here. We're already running out of space. We might move the locations up there just for the sake of things. Once we're in control of it, so that's once we play it, we find a person. You may discard a different card to free player the found card. Daystum Institute, take a control of this location, and then we may scan for a synthetic. So if we get this, we get a free synthetic. And then we can find it in synthetic and gain a glory every time we activate it. That's quite good. Ooh, that's quite good. Phasing Cloak, deploy this card, junk a card from the market. Sure. An ally. Draw 3 cards. You may discard up to one of each of the following to gain 1 glory for each card discarded this way. And then we log it and then make it so. Return an instant from your hand or discard pile, which is fine. I guess it's just a directive. And I think that's all of them. Right, which one do we want? I think we might take the Daystrom Institute. So that goes on the top of our deck. We're going to pop that there and we'll just cover that back up. We are going to have to do a little bit of jiggery or pokery because we don't have that much space. It's fine though. We get another location. So the location that we have is Riza. Find up to 3 person, except in your reserve deck, and beam them here. Ooh, is that useful? We'll find out. Okay, now we're on to actions. We've already used one of our actions, so we've only got 2 actions left for the turn, but we've only got 2 points still. Did we put the glory down? Did we put the glory down? I don't think we put the glory down. Glory goes down. Play. Spend 1 to draw 2 cards and discard them and gain 1. This is why. Yeah, we definitely should have done that. So we will play this again. We are going to spend the dilithium. We're going to draw 2 cards. We are going to get such... I'm sorry, Worf, but come on. So we get that one, and we do gain another diplomacy, and that's fine. You've been played. Now, straight away, we want to play the Daystrom Institute, so we are going to play him here. It's going to be a little bit busy. We just run out of space. It's fine. When we get a better setup and I can do the zoomies and we can have lots of, but it's fine. We can work with this. So we use an action to take control of this location. On control, we may scan for a synthetic. Now, scanning allows us to look at the top cards that indicated deck and gain any of them. So we're just looking for a synthetic. Now, there are a lot of decks and there is a handy dandy cheat sheet. This tells us where a synthetic might be. Is there a synthetic out that isn't? So the way this works is I am going to look at this deck, for example. I'm not saying that I am going to look at that deck. I'm going to look at this deck, for example, and I'm going to get a synthetic. So I would go through it one by one until I revealed a synthetic. So, person deck, do you have synthetic? Yes, it's got B4. Peanut hamper. Peanut hamper. Ooh. That is, I have been saying, give me lower decks. That is lower decks. However, what else do we have? Locations. It'd be weird if there was a synthetic one. There isn't. Allies. Any synthetic allies? No. Cargoes. Do we have any synthetic cargoes? Not that I can see. Synthetic ships? No. Synthetic encounter. Can I do that? Probably not. So it looks as though we are going through person, and that's fine. And we have to take the first one that we come across, and we shuffle them back into the deck. So you're not a synthetic. We'll just do it like this way. Not a synthetic. Not a synthetic. Not a synthetic. Yes! Ah, right. So we'll just shuffle these back up. Shuffle. So we did get Peanut Hamper. Now, Peanut Hamper is, I don't know whether it's good or not. In the show, psychotic. Okay, what does Peanut Hamper do? Spend 2 dilithium to scan 1 of cargo. Or we can gain 3 dilithium and you may recall your duty officer to promote Peanut Hamper to your duty officer. Why would I want that? Resupply. Oh, because we gain glory on every turn. That's good. After you are attacked, put this card on the top of your deck. Doesn't happen because we're not getting attacked. After putting a Shady into play, put this card on top of your deck and gain 1 Latinum. Okay. So scan is we scan 1 cargo. So we look at 1 cargo. Is that? I do need to double check. The scan is tricky. Allows you to look at the top number of cards in the indicated deck and then gain 1 of the scanned cards. So it just allows us to look at the top card of cargo and gain it. Ooh, you can go there. You can come out next turn, Peanut Hamper. I don't think we're going to promote you to a duty officer as much as the the glory is what we need. I think you've just got better uses. Okay, where are we up to? That was a long nonsense. We gained an ally and no, we didn't. We've done that one. Where did we go? Ah, Daystrom Institute. Right. Apologies. We got very lost there. So we've done that. So you can go there. So we know that we've done you. That's fine. We've scanned for a synthetic. Brilliant. In fact, no, that was just control. We can still use that. We can find a synthetic now. So finding is slightly different than scanning. So finding is choose a matching card from your hand, draw deck, discard pile or reserve deck and add it to your hand. So we could and we should activate the Daystrom Institute very, very quickly to find a synthetic and get a glory. We know that you're a synthetic. You go in our hand. We do gain a glory. We're the best at games. We've got 3 out of the 70 that we need. Right. So on this one, we can gain 3 and then promote if we wanted to, or we can spend 2 and get a cargo. So I think we are going to spend... Now, dilithium and latinum don't have end game scoring, so we don't need to worry about that. So we are going to spend 2 to scan 1 cargo. So you are done, son. Cargo. It is a forced singularity. We can play that to... You may discard card to find an engineer or ops and junk a card from the market. Spend 2 to deploy this card. Ooh, maybe discard. Not overly bothered about that straight away. We've got 1 action left. We've got very little that we can do. Scan 2 allies. We do need allies. We genuinely, this is going back. We have completely forgotten a step. On control, this should have been dismissed. So this should go all the way back over here. They go into the discard pile. I do apologize if anyone's going, no, you forgot to do this. Thank you very much if you've left a comment around that. However, I remembered in the end. Now there is a bit of nonsense. Another reason why we don't want to get rid of Riker. We can use his activation to free play, to draw a ship from your discard pile. So we're going to draw the Enterprise D, and then we are going to spend an action to deploy this ship, warp this ship, or beam a card here. So we're just going to deploy that, which does mean we haven't got these. Now we can draw a card, then discard a card and warp up to 2 of your ships if we wanted to, or that is all we can do. Right. That's the end of that turn. We're not doing brilliant. We're not doing brilliant. I don't feel as though we're doing brilliant. That's okay. It's our first go. So let's go through it again. We resolve Stardate and place Glory. Done. That's done. Soon we are going to want to take that because otherwise we're just going to lose it completely. So we're going to try and get a ship. We're going to discard and draw. What do we want from these? We do need the allies soon. In fact, we're going to keep this one. We're going to use this one to get an ally. We are going to... Strange New Worlds. Yes. Yes. Okay. We're going to keep everything. We're going to try our hardest to complete Strange New Worlds, to get an encounter. Okay, so we're going to clean these up. We're going to clean you... Oh, get back there. We're going to clean you up. Yes. Right. This is like turn 4. So done. We do get to discard one of these. I don't really like you. You can be gone. And we get the Bolians. For an action, we gain 1 diplomacy, draw a card, and you may free play the draw card. Ooh, you're spicy. Right. So all that's done, resupply, we have to discard the top card. It is analyze, you go bye-bye, but we do gain Latinum. That is the only resupply that we have. We've got nothing that we control. So we are on to our actions. So you should have been discarded. We forgot to just draw back up. Draw and draw. Okay, we are trying to get a thing. We are trying to do Strange New Worlds. Now, Strange New Worlds, play. Select a controlled location. If there is one away team and one ship there, look at the top of 2 encounters, take one of them and return the other to the bottom of the deck. Log the selected location to game 1. Fine. It doesn't matter. We can just shove them somewhere. The ancient relay station is kind of useless to us. Now, we need to get a ship there, and we need to get a there as well. Yes, a ship and away team. That's all we need, and we can do this. So, as an activation, we can free play a ship with Starfleet. In fact, as an activation, we can spend 1 die. Oh, we don't have dilithium, but we can free play. Is that right? Can we play this? Am I wrong in this one? I might be wrong in this one. Let me see if we've got any way to get some dilithium. We don't have any ways to get dilithium yet. Let me just see anything. Free play. I've got a feeling play is going to be from your hand. To play. Oh, it's got the rules in a weird way for play. It's going to be. Yeah, so they're already in play, so that wouldn't work. It would allow us to draw a ship from our discard pile, but I don't think we've got a ship in our discard pile. So that's no good. Free play a ship with Starfleet. We don't have a ship with Starfleet. So this has gone a little bit awry. We need more cards. How can we get more cards? We've got 3 actions. One is going to be the Strange New Worlds. Okay. One is Strange New Worlds. So we need that one. This is required to get... I don't think we can do it. Ooh! No, wait. Oh, set a course. Send that... Oh, no. We can set... Oh, darn. Okay, next time. Next turn, we're definitely completing Strange New Worlds. We're going to set it up this time. So we're going to draw a card and then discard a card to warp up 2 of your ships. Okay, so we've only got the 1 ship, so we are going to warp our ship just there, and we are going to draw a card. So we only draw 1 card. It is the trade embargo. We could spend that, to be perfectly honest, and refresh a ship. We haven't done anything. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we're going to discard you and we'll deal with you later. That's fine. That's okay. Right, so we've got a ship there. That didn't cost us anything, okay? That's fine. You can go over there. Now, that stops us from being able to get the away teams there at the moment. Let's think about this. We don't want to promote anyone. If we activate it, we can't activate you. You're only a reaction. So we are stuck with what's in our hand, but we do have 3 actions, so we might as well use them all if we want to. Attack play, deploy the ship, force your opponent to discard a card. You may discard a card to gain 1. You're useless. Play, scan 2 ally and log this card. That's going to come back, so that's useless as well. So we're just going to use the 1 action, and we're going to move you up 1. Okay. It's not going well, so you're done. You're done. We want to keep you. That's the end of that turn, by the way. This is going so badly. I had so much confidence, and it is going so badly. And I'm sure someone is in the comments just going, "You could have done this thing. Why didn't you?" And I don't know. Right. So, beans. We're going to keep this one. So we resolve the star date. So this is the 5th turn done. At the next turn, these are going to get wiped completely. We're going to get rid of you. We're going to get a new person out. Maybe that will be helpful. It's fine. If we can get a way to get dilithium, that would be brilliant, because that would just buy us glory. At the end of our next turn, at the beginning of your next cleanup step, wipe the market, removing all tokens. All of these get wiped as well, so we get new planets, and then we move over onto our second Stardate card and our final one for our final 5 goes. Because as soon as it's done, trigger the end of the game. Is that right? Is that right? Yes. Right, so we want the Strange New Worlds because I'm determined to get the Strange New Worlds done. We're not bothered about you. We'll turn you over. We're going, I don't even care about you. So we're going to take our 1, which means that we do need to shuffle our cards. Then the reserve card comes in, so that goes on top. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's our hand. So let's see if we've got what we needed. We just need to get an away team here. That's all we need to do. Put a card on the top of your deck to gain a person, or play an incident to gain an ally. That's not good. Gain 1 glory. You may return an incident from your discard pile. Also not good. You may discard a card to find an engineer or ops. Junk a card from the market, spend 2 to deploy this card. Also useless. And take an incident to gain a ship. Discard 2 cards to gain a cargo, or gain 2 dilithium. None of them are good. None of them are good. Right. Okay. Let's think about this. We do need to resupply, so we'll take the top card and we will get a Latinum. Thank you, Riker. We do need to go through control. We have nothing to control, so that's okay. And then we're on to our actions. Now, the Daystrom Institute does allow us to find a synthetic. So we could go through our deck and get Peanut Hamper, but I don't think she is going to be any use for us, or we can just draw a card. Let's just draw the card. We are looking for anything that we can do. Okay. Amazing. Right, Peanut Hamper. We don't have any dilithium, so we're going to play you to gain 3 dilithium, which is fine. We've done you. Does having dilithium change anything? Anything at all? Is this where the madness begins? Gain 2. We can take an instant to gain a ship. Maybe that would be useful. The Force Singularity is not good. We need more cards. We need more cards. So we just need to draw another card. We need to keep drawing a card until we complete Strange New Worlds. Ship. Do we take another incident? I think we're going to take another incident. So we are going to play to take an incident. So this one is Red Alert. Put a card on the top of your deck. To return this card, you may promote a person from your station area to duty officer. Not bothered about you. We are going to have to get rid of them at some point, though. But we do get a ship, and we are going to take the Packland freighter. So we do at least get some points. Oh, right. If we play this one, deploy the ship, you may gain a cargo from the junk. There is no junked cargo as of yet. If the gained card is a weapon anomaly, gain 1 attack. Okay. It's not bad, to be honest, but it can go in the discard for now because it's not super useful. And we'll pop the new one out, which is Xeno Reptilian Battleship, which doesn't help. Oh my goodness, we're in a position. We're in a position. Game 1, you may return and insert. Ooh, right, yes. So we are going to use Beverly Crusher to gain a glory token. Oh, it was like we're aiming for 70. We're aiming for 7. Okay? We're aiming for 7. If you're still with me at this point, an hour into this nonsense, you are why we do this. But my goodness, we're aiming for 7. You may return an instant from your discard pile. Red alert, be gone. You're begonned. Get back in there. We have 1 action left, and we've only got the recruit player. Put a card on the top of your deck to gain a person. Sure. You know what? Yeah, we are going to put you back on the top of the deck. We are going to spend the action. Do we want to gain an ally? No, we do, but it's just... Do we gain an ally? Should we just go ahead and gain an ally? Do we want a person or an ally? We have not done... Oh, we are doing so badly. All of these are going to get wiped. Are we bothered about that? I feel like we should be bothered, but I'm not. Let's take an instant to gain an ally. We need allies, so we're going to take an incident. This incident is Political Crisis. Discard card to return this card. If the discarded card has Diplomacy, gain a Latinum. Or if you have an ambassador in play, return this card and gain a Latinum. Right, so we do get an ally. We are going to take this one. Oh, but you are so good. You are so good. We'll take this one. After gaining an ally, discard a card to gain a glory. We don't have any cards to discard. We've done all right in this turn. Not in this game, but it's not bad. Oh, that's the... Why did I pick that up? This one. So we've got this one. So we may beam this to a ship. We don't want to. We want to use that one. You're going here. Get there. All of you, except for Strange New Worlds, which we still haven't managed to do, can get in the bin. My goodness. So we do refresh it, which is kind of weird because at the beginning of your next clean up step, which is right now, wipe the market. So it does tell you to put it in a junk pile just there when you're playing it and you've got more table space. However, I'm putting them above it, so it's easier to sort out later. That's just me though. You do you. Wipe the market token, removing the tokens, and any neutral location with no tokens present. Now, it does kind of say that all of the enemy has 1 token on each, but I believe we do want to do this. New locations, Kelvis Docks. Control, no effect, but on activation you may spend 3 dilithium to free play a ship. You may refresh a ship. Okay. Free Cloud. Control, you may spend 1 Latinum to scan for a business. That's good. Discard a card to gain a Latinum, and then spend 2 to find any card. That's potentially super powerful. Deep Space K7. No effect for control, but you put a directive or a security on top of your deck to gain an action. That could be very good. Right, we need to up. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We need to draw 2, 3, 4. So that takes up to the 5 cards. We are now on to trigger the end game. So once we get through these 5 glory tokens, 2, 3, 4, 5, we are triggering the end game. So let's get the market refreshed. We have, it's Diana's mum. We've got some tribbles. I'm getting them. We may not win the game, but we are going to have some tribbles. That's it. That's our new mission. Get 7 points and some tribbles. Okay. Right. Set course. Yes. Right. This is good. Discard up to 3 people to send the same number of away teams to the same location. It's what we need to work with Strange New Worlds. Brilliant. We don't care about data because you're going bye-byes. Force Singularity. We know what Force Singularity is. And the ally we're also going to use as well to free play whatever card is there. But let us do this in order. We need to remove that as well. So, resupply. We discard the top card. It's an incident. Thank the Lord we've got rid of that one. And we get Latinum. Brilliant. We've got so much Latinum and nothing to do with Latinum. Where is a Quarks when you need it? Idea for an expansion. Right? Another I don't have space for another board over there, and it's Quarks. Okay? It's Quarks. We know canonically Quarks establishments are now everywhere in the cosmos. So we could have a Quarks, and Latinum could be used to do some dumb thematic themes. I've not worked on it. We're workshopping it. Get some Quarks. Right, so we've resupplied. Control? No. Actions? Right, we've got a plan. So we're going to discard up to 3 people. So bye-bye data. I'm not even going to look at what you can do for me to get an away team to the same location. We're doing it. We are doing it. So you have been used. We are going to use the Strange New World to select controlled location. If there is 1 away team or more, or 1 ship or more, take a look at the top 2 encounters. I've looked through some of the cards to get a kind of idea of how the game might flow, but I've never looked at the encounter. This is me doing a happy dance. I could not have asked for a better encounter. It's just worth 8 points. It can't be played. It's just worth 8 points. It's the koala that the universe is on the back of. Why is he smiling? What does he know? And then we've got which is the synthetic. Log up to 2 cards from your hand or discard pile. We can just like utterly gut our deck. But I kind of want. It's worth 9 points. We're just gonna have to take it, aren't we? We're not going to get our 70 points. We're kind of coming to terms with this. Oh my goodness, we didn't place the glory. Of course it's going on the tribbles. We're taking the koala. It can't be played. It's just 8 points. It can go in my discard pile. If we can we log that? Can we log it? So this goes to the bottom of the deck. If we can log that, that would be fantastic. I'm so happy. We've got Peanut Hamper. We've got the koala. I think there is one more. I think there's one more card from lower decks in here somewhere. We are doing so badly. We are going to use the Booleans. So we are going to gain 1 for the diplomacy. We're going to draw a card and we're going to free play this card, and it requires 3. Darn. So we just get a Latinum. It's not brilliant, but why not? Why not? It could have been better. It could have been worse. Right. We're not bothered about the Force Singularity. That is the end of the turn, by the way. So we are now into cleanup. So resolve the stardate. To place the glory. Tribbles. We need to get the tribbles. We don't want any of this. We got the koala. So 1, 2, 3, 4, which would trigger us to get the reserve. My hand is so much bigger than I expected it to be. You can timestamp that to make a that's what she said joke. I'm okay with this. They are the pinnacle of humour, and we get the Type 7 shuttlecraft ship, so that would go on top of your deck and become our first draw. Yeah. Ooh. I don't think we needed to discard that either. I think that was just. I am going to look through the deck just to double check the Strange New Worlds thing. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, we log the location. I forgot about that. So that goes over there. This goes over there because that goes back in our hand. I will shuffle it back into our hand. Naughty beard. Naughty beard, too excited for the space koala. That's fine. It's not like we're going to win, but we've already won. The real Star Trek are the friends you made along the way. No, the real Star Trek is the lower decks. So, resupply. Get over there. Give me my Latinum, which is utterly useless. Done you. Nothing else does anything. We've got our 5 cards. We've got the Kazon Raider. We've got First Contact, Utilize, Wharf, and the Type 7 Shuttlecraft. Now, what we should have done before ending it is draw a ship from your discard pile. It's too late now. It's too late. Enterprise is in there somewhere. We made a mistake. This is getting worse. This is, oh my goodness. What are we going to do? We need points. So we are instantly, we need the ship. We need a ship. To a ship. We're going to get a ship out. This is a ship. We can't play it. It just goes. We don't deploy that ship. We need a ship. Oh, it's going from bad to worse. Oh no, we need a ship for getting that. I think we might have goosed it by not having our ship out. Can we get a ship? Right then, this is a ship. We can deploy this ship, force your opponent to discard a card, and you may discard a card to gain a Latinum. So we will use an action to get that ship out. That does help us a little bit. Okay. I can beam a card to the ship. You know what? Yes, we are going to play this to gain dilithium, and we're going to beam Worf to this ship just because I want him out of my hands. Quite frankly, I don't want him here. We still have him in play, so all his icons are still there if they're required, but we can't use him, which is fine. It just thins our deck a little bit. So that's good. We're down to just a couple of cards now. So we've got First Contact, which isn't brilliant. That would only gain us 1. Oh, we could get 3 more dilithium. We don't need it. We're going to just play that to get. We need 2 of these, so we're going to take science. We're taking it. Because we've only got 1 science, so we have to take it. No, I keep forgetting about this guy up here. Who he can come down here. We've got 3, so we gain 1 speciality track for each matching skill icon you have in play. We've got 3, brilliant. We are getting closer to being able to complete this. Maybe that's our mission. We complete this, we get 7 points, and we get the Space Koala. Best at games, right? Activation, we can find a synthetic and gain a glory. Do we want Peanut Hamper? We always want Peanut Hamper. Yeah. So, what this means is we activate. Find is from anywhere. Draw deck. So, yeah, we have to look through our draw deck to find Peanut Hamper right there, so I don't really need to shuffle. Okay, so we've now got Peanut Hamper again, and we can spend 2 to scan 1 of cargo. Can I take this? I want a cargo. New card from the market to the top of... I think we can. Let's just double check because I think it's going to say that we can. I want the tribbles. Gain is where you gain a card. Scan is the top card. I'm sure of it. Allows you to look at the top cards of the indicator deck and then gain either one of them. Darn. So yes, we'll do that anyway. So we're going to spend 2 dilithium to get some cargo. So we're going to get this cargo, and it is a cloaking device. Refresh up to 3 of your ships, draw 2 cards, drink a card from the market, and deploy this card. Useless. It's not going well. Right. We will do first contact. We need to start beaming people up. Free player ship with Starfleet. Draw a ship from your discard pile. We don't have any ships in the discard pile. If we could find a way to gain a ship. Oh, we've used this one as well. Apologies. Activation. We don't have that one. We've activated you. We can spend one to warp that ship. Is that going to be useful? Or we can discard a card to beam card there. Oh, it's so tricky. Right, we are going to log this card to scan 2 allies, and hopefully one of them is going to be amazing. We've got the Emerald Chain. Yes, Andorians. Right, attack, play game 1. We're not having any attacks. Yeah, we need the binos. We need the binos. Binos, we're having the binos. For the simple reason, the binos are going to allow us to gain a cargo. We log the card, which means it's utterly useless because we get rid of it and we still need it, but that you can go on the top of my deck. Thank you. Thank you. We're getting the tribbles. We're getting the tribbles. Okay, so this is just so dumb. Right, we are going to play you there. So that is the start date. We place the glory, discard and draw. We've no cards. So we need to draw up to 5. 4, 5. Done. I'm not even looking at them. Oh, it's gone so wrong. We need to discard the top card to get a Latinum. God, I still... Right, so... This is my review for anyone who's still here almost 80 minutes into this initial Let's Play. I am losing so badly. And I am having such a good time. That's my review. You can take from that what you want. Right, we've done that one. Have we done this one? Yes, we've done that one. Actions. Donk, donk, donk. Did we place the glory? We placed the glory. Okay, we know we've got the... multiples. So we know we've got the binars, so we are going to play it to log the card. Doesn't help us with our peace negotiations, but we do get the tribbles and we do get the glory. Utterly useless. Gain 1... Diplomacy, game 1. Latinum, junk a card from the market. Your opponent takes an incident. Dismiss all of their Klingon duty officers. If they were dismissed, force them to discard a card. Because Klingons don't like tribbles, or tribbles don't like Klingons. Right, yeah, that's a thing we did. It's definitely a thing we did. Okay, so you should have gone as well. We can just keep pulling Peanut Hamper out forever. So we're going to pull Peanut Hamper out. Peanut Hamper, where are you? Thank you. Spend 2. We've still got 2. So we're going to spend 2 and we're going to get more cargo. Right. So, Orb of Time. You may take an incident to duplicate a play operation of... from your log. You may recall another... that could be quite good. That also is points on here, so that could be worth as well. You're going into the discard because I am kind of just panicking and flailing. So we've got a cargo. Political incident. You discard a card to return this card. If the discarded has that, gain a Latinum. Gain a Latinum. Okay, we're going to play you and gain a Latinum. So you're just out of my way. We've got Strange New Worlds again. We can't really use you. So we'll play Set a Course so we can draw a card and discard a card. So we're going to draw this card and we're going to discard that card. Get away from me. But we are going to use an action. Oh my goodness. We are not very good at this game. We're going to use an action to discard a card. We're going to discard Strange New Worlds to return this card. And if the discarded card has that on it, it doesn't. So it just goes back. My goodness, we are so bad at this game. Now, one of the things is, we're going to play this game again on campaign mode. And I'm so bad at this game. But if you can't already tell, I'm having a delightful time. Right, is there anything else that we can do that's useful? No. There's nothing. We've scuppered ourselves. I think we've soft locked. I genuinely think we've soft locked. That's fine. We've got 2 more turns to try and get 100 points or whatever it is we need. Right, let's place our nonsense. Yeah, you're going there. We need allies. We need to get allies onto a ship. We've got no allies onto the ship. If we do not get allies onto the ship, certain cards do not score. This card does not score unless we complete that mission. So we've got 2 turns to get 3 allies onto this ship. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, we've got the Packled Freighter. If we do, let's put these up. We've done that. We've done this. Let's just have a look what we've got. Deploy the ship. You may gain a cargo from the junk. If the gain card is a weapon or anomaly, gain an attack. We're not really bothered about you. We've got, finally, we've got a ship back. We can free play this ship. We've got a ship. We need this ship. Yes. Analyze. Play. Take an incident to gain a ship. We get some dilithium. Recruit. Put more incidents, more allies. Oh, we got a card stuck thanks to the sleeves. Play. You're right. So yes, we've got some good stuff. We know what we're doing. You go away. So we are going to get rid of incidents. So incidents are very bad, and we could end up in negative points. Oh, I don't want to end up in negative points. Right, so that's done. Resupply. Discard the top card. Gain a Latinum. We need that ally. That's not fun. Control. No control. And then we're on to our actions. So, right, there is a thing. We are going to take an incident. We're going to start with this. We're going to take an incident to gain an ally. Okay. Do we just take this guy just so we get that? Or do we? No, we're going to go for this one. We've got Sulban, but it doesn't matter. Ooh, time travel. Time traveler. So, because we're going to take an instant as well, we'll sort that in a moment. The reaction after gaining an ally, discard a card to gain a thing. So yeah, we're going to discard a card. Who are we going to discard? So we're currently on this one. We're not bothered about the Packled Freighter, so we will gain a glory, and then we will beam this to a ship. We're just going to beam you to this ship. I'm not bothered. It doesn't matter. It's just beamed to a ship. Okay, that's just a reaction. Done. Begonned. Okay, so we did get a incident, hostile contact, discard a card to return this card. If the discarded card, if you have a communication in play, right, so that's just going to cost us. However, we do have Beverly Crusher, who we can do that and return an incident from our discard pile, so you can get in the bin. So you're done. But we do gain a glory. Lovely. And then finally, we want to get this out. Oh, not finally, actually, because we can activate you and free play the Enterprise out. Good. And then, we can discard a card to start beaming cards here. However, the beaming's there. Oh, no. Oh, this is not good. We're going to play that card to get 2 dilithium. It might be helpful later. Do we want to get Peanut Hamper out? Do we want... Yeah, why not? Find a synthetic. Peanut Hamper. Where are you? Oh, goodness me. We're going to spend 2 and we're going to scan a cargo. So we spend 2 dilithium. We get a cargo. What do we get? Horta. Right. Junk a card from the market. You may log an attack to enlist a development. Deploy this card. I don't have any attacks. Oh, you can get in the bin. Everyone can get in the bin. Oh no. Right, so that is the end of the turn. This is our final turn. We've got one ally. We somehow need to get two allies to this card to get any points in this next turn. I'm not confident. One, two. So we do get to choose the development card if there is a single ally in there. If there is a single ally. Right, come on. Yes, ally. Okay. So we are going to put you on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll get rid of you. Okay, we're not even going to look. If we have the ability to gain an ally, we need the ability to gain two allies. We need to somehow beam it to the... this scuppered us. This genuinely scuppered us. No. Okay, resupply. Done. Latinum. Always seems to be you. Done. No other resupplies. We can instantly just go and get... you know what? I'm actually just going to draw a card. I'm not even going to go looking for Peanut Hamper. We're going to draw a card so that you go in there. We've already started. We haven't even looked at our cards yet. My goodness, we've got data. We gained some stuff. That's useful. You're not useful. Draw 3 cards. You may discard up to one of the following to gain glory for each card discarded. Then we log the card. That's not useful. Orb of Time. You may take... Oh yeah, we gained a card. You may take an instant to duplicate an operation of a person, cargo, or ally from your log. You may recall another non-time travel card. So we will have a look at the log. That could be super, super useful. We've got the incident, and we've got refresh up to 3 of your ships. Draw 2 cards. Junk a card from the market to deploy this card. Right, so let us have a look at the Orb of Time. You may take an incident. Let's just see what we've got logged. We have, you may put a card on top of your deck and spend an action to enlist a development. Scan 2 allies to log this card. That's good. That is good. So we are going to take an incident. Okay, we are going to take an incident because points don't matter apparently. To scan 2 allies. I don't think it matters because we're not going to use any of them. So let's take the Thorlians. And they're instantly beamed to a ship. So we have 2 allies on that ship. We are 1 step closer to the hedge. We need 1 more ally. We need that to go up 1, and we need to get another ally on that ship. Can we do this? We can discard a card to beam a card there. Oh, we can discard a card to beam a card here. Yes. Yes. So we're going to discard... Does it matter? Where are we up to? We need 2. Okay, let's do this properly. We need to do this. We have to do that, okay? We have to do this to gain a science, so we have 4 in 2 of them. We are so bare bones on this. We are just scraping through. But we've done it. So that's done. We now need to activate this. So we're going to activate you to discard a card. We're going to discard the koala. No use to us. To beam a card there. Done. I don't think it needs to be in play. It's fine. We've probably made many, many mistakes. So if you are keeping track of the mistakes, let me know. And then we've just got these 2 here left to go. So we might as well refresh 3 of your ship, draw 2 cards, junk a card from the market, deploy this card. Do we want to do any of that? Yes, we do, because this is our last turn. So we want to do everything. So we're going to play this to spend a Latinum to get rid of that. So at least we don't get killed for that. We'll play this to refresh this ship for some reason. But it's refreshed, we can do it, and then we can draw 2 cards. Junk a card from the market. We will junk... Go away. You've always annoyed me. Oh, it's B4. Oh, could that have been useful earlier? Who knows? Who knows? Right, so we did get that. Deploy this card. You are deployed. Right, so we've got the tribbles. We can't do that. Draw a card, then discard a card, warp up to 2 of your ship. We could do this. So we can draw a card. It's another ally. We can't play it. We'll discard you. Which one? Yes, so you've been played. You're discarded. Left with you. That is the end of the game, question mark. We did complete that. Right. I don't think that went the way I wanted it to go. However, we have made it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think I went a little bit insane there. And now we do the end game scoring. Again, this is baby's first Star Trek. This is the easy mode. It's only going to get worse from here. Oh, I love it. I think now that we've done that I have never played, I might play it a few more times just to get used to it before we start on the ensign ones. That's fine. Final scoring. Final scoring occurs if the game end was triggered by a resolution. It was. Trigger end of game. Done. We didn't do the burn, so that's fantastic. All other cards you own count. So we don't use these, obviously, but everything else that we have counts. So all of these count towards our thing, but I'm not sure I want to take them out of there. So we get 1 victory point. I've got a calculator. 1 victory point for each glory token you have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We've got 14. It's not a high score. 1 victory point for each token you have on neutral locations. None. None. Okay. And then endgame operation on your in-play cards, usually your captain and controlled. So endgame, score 1 point for each of your ally cards. Okay, so we've got 3 ally cards there. We've got another ally card there, so that is 4. Now, further ally cards. 5, 6, 6. So we've got 6 for the end game, and then we sum of the printed victory point values shown on the end of the cards. Now, one thing that I did forget was we should have done all of this when we gained it. So that might have changed things, but it's fine. I don't think it would have got us the amount of points that we need. So now what we're going to do is we're going to collect all of our cards. So these are all of our cards. And we're going to go through the points. Now, the points come in various flavors, but let's see if we can find any. Data, no points. Tribbles, points. Koala, points. Minus points. Right, so these go on our track. So I'm going to put the track cards to one side, and we'll work them out later. So no points, no points, no points, no points. It's basically, I should be able to do this by touch, to be honest. It's the unsleeved ones that have points on. Maybe, am I getting a little bit hopeful about this? Am I getting hopeful? Okay, I might be getting a little bit hopeful. We only had 1 incident left at the end of the thing. Now, all of these are worth just points. So 3, 6, 7, 10, 13, 16, 18, 20, 21, 29, 31. 51 points. If there is 19 points in here, there is 19 points in here, where we know the game. There isn't 19 points in here, is there? Right, so we have, this is scored off our track for attack. This is scored off diplomacy, 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 and science. Darn. So this is 1, 3, 7, 9, 11. Okay. Okay. Oh, -2. -2. So, at the end of our first play, is anyone here? This has been so long and so infuriatingly hilarious. At the end of our first I Have Not Played Star Trek Captain's Chair, we have gained 60 points. Unfortunately, we did not hit any of the markers required to show that we know the game, we're good at the game, or we're the best at games. However, this has been brilliant. I cannot wait to play more. If you are still here, thank you very, very much. You are the ones that make doing all of this absolutely worth it. It's hilarious in its stupidity. So thank you, and until the next time we convene, bye for now.